Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Exos round large mini pendant. So it's going to be the 187660. There's also a smaller version of this, the 187650. Check that one out as well. That's actually using this exact piece of glass, and but I'm going to use it as kind of a sample to show you what the glass is like, even though it's not the correct size. Correct, it is the correct type. So when we get into the size of the fixture, it's going to be the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the very top where the rods start, and you'll see the rod is really this telescoping rod above it. So 10.6 inches high and 8.9 inches in diameter. If you're familiar with Hubbardton Forge has a patent on this whole telescoping rod idea. So you have a smaller rod that's going to telescope into a bigger rod. Where they come together is called a clutch, and that's this little piece here. And there's a little set screw, a hex nut, hiding right there. Has a little tool, hex nut tool, that's going to tighten that when you get it to where you want it to be. So you'll be able to bring this up and down during your installation. You'll notice on the pull-down menu up in the upper right-hand corner that you're going to have 3 different adjustable ranges to choose from. That's overall height. So when we talk about overall height, that's the distance from the very, very bottom of the fixture, so that's the very bottom of this and what's holding it, to the actual ceiling itself. We don't talk about parts when we talk about overall height. So the short's going to give you an overall height of 26 to 32, because remember it's a range, it's going to go this way, and we're talking from the ceiling down right now. 26 to 32, standard is 33.5 to 42, long is 44 to 54. And 26 is pretty short, and that's, to me, short ceiling friendly, so you can use this in a variety of places as well as ceiling heights, which is really important when you get into these kind of things coming down. If you need this to be shorter than the short or longer than the long, we do custom. So you just send me an email that says, I'm looking at the 187660 and I need to be X, and you're going to tell me what that X is. It could be, 24, 22, 20, or like 72 or something like that. And I will take your email, I will send it to Hubbardton Forge, to the customs department. They're going to check it out, come back to me with a quote. It's going to add a little time, a little money, non-returnable, but we do custom sizes all the time, custom lengths coming down, and it's not a big deal. So a couple things I want to show you, more details, and how we're going to do that is we're going to look at the installation sheets. These are the papers that are going to be in the box when you get this, and how we're going to look at those right now. You're going to look over on the right hand side of the screen, if you're on the page for this, on our website, Handmade in Vermont, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations, instructions, PDF. Open that up for me. You are going to see a full parts list. You're going to see how everything goes together. You're going to see how this whole telescoping system works, which is really nifty. You're going to see that there's a connected 5-inch round canopy. This is going to go on the ceiling over your 4-inch junction box. This is what you guys have up there. And some of you guys don't have this up there. Some of you guys have a recessed can light up there, or recessed hi-hats or pot lights or puck lights, whatever you want to call them, that are in the ceiling, recessed lights. If you guys want to take those and turn those into one of these, there's a product out in the market which you can find online called the Can Converter. Just look it up. Go right to their website, don't buy any copies, and it'll convert your hi-hats or recessed lights into junction boxes with almost no mess and very little expense. And then you can use one of our awesome pendants, okay? So a couple things about this. There's a bracket on the back so it easily goes on the junction box. This is going to be slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees. There's a knuckle built at the top that allows it to bend just like that. So you're going to be, here's your slope, here's your knuckle bending to 45 or anything up to that, which is awesome, right to flat. And then let's move on from there, and we are going to talk about what's inside. So, well, actually a couple things. We're going to touch on glass really quick. So remember, this is the smaller size of the 187665, and I want to use it just to show you what the glass is like. And I'll get into what opal glass, this type of, is like later on. It looks very white right now, but when the light's coming through it, and if you're using a warmer light, this will warm up quite a bit. It won't be so stark. The other thing is, the top of this is going to be open, so you're going to get a lot of light going up and hitting your ceiling and bouncing around the room. Light's going to go down. On the bottom of this is going to be a frosted diffuser, smaller than this one, but the same idea, where there's a hole in the middle, and it's going to be fitting inside of the glass on this fixture. And The little hole is to let air in so it can cool the bulb, because we have to assume that you may be using 100-watt incandescents, which we'll talk about in a second. But anyway, so you get light coming down, light coming through it, light coming up. It throws tons of light is what I'm trying to get at. And now let's talk about what is inside of this. So what is inside of this is a medium-based standard E26 porcelain socket. It's going to take a regular standard light bulb, which is super easy for all of you guys. If you want to go for an incandescent bulb, some people still do. This is an A20, I'm sorry, it's an A19. This is an A19. This is a big fixture. You might actually be able to get an A21 in there. I don't know if you need to go that big. You know, you can still get A20, well, I'll take it back. You can still get A19 size. So an A19 is just the regular size bulb we all grew up with. And this A19, I can find up to 100 watts equivalent if I really want to. This is a phosphorus A19 light bulb. These are the kind of newer ones, and either one of these is going to be absolutely fine. 60 watt equivalent, 75 watt equivalent. Like I said, you can find them up to 100 watt equivalent if you really want to go there. The other thing is you get to choose your color temperature, which is really important. I tend to like the warmth of an incandescent bulb. That is 3000 Kelvin. That's on the Kelvin warmth scale for light. Some people like the cooler, whiter daylight, outside light, like a doctor's office white. That is going to be 4000, 5000 Kelvin. It's really important when you're looking at bulbs at the hardware store, or if you're looking at bulbs on the internet, that you zero in on that 3000 Kelvin warm, 4000, 5000 Kelvin cooler light. And the other thing is buy a dimmable bulb, because you're going to want to dim this down, I'd imagine, and put it on a dimmer switch that's set up for LEDs if you're going to go in that direction. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And then they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the ends. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables. islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen. Take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together, and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to. Okay. And also the boxes and clearance stuff, for clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.